Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Board Games Unlocked, and Brad and I are playing Aeons and the Legacy of Gravehold. Yes, it's another series, because that's my channel at this point. It's like every week is an upload of a series, and then every now and then there's a solo game. I mean, at this point with so many campaign games that come out. But yeah, we are doing Legacy of Gravehold. We are starting on Gravehold. It looks like, based off of this, there's 18 games total.
18 Nemesis.
Yeah.
Fun.
But yeah, so, let's see. Yeah, so I guess spoilers for the series. If you're not wanting to see anything or hear anything, then I guess you can just maybe go listen to our discussion when we do that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the story so far, because at this point it's been so long, I don't really even remember what Outcast and New Age were. Okay, so, Gravehold, the last bastion of humanity. The great underground city was thrown into chaos when a mage named Zaxos experimented with forbidden void magic and accidentally drew a powerful Nameless called Maelstrom into the city. Even the combined strength of all the mages was not enough to defeat it, and a young prodigy named Desmodia was forced to sacrifice herself with one final attack that brought down not only Maelstrom, but the entire city of Gravehold itself. The remaining mages made their way to the surface and set to work constructing a new city that would be called New Gravehold. Very creative. They're stuck to the Gravehold name. Their leader, a mage called Brahma, had grown wary of the dangerous void magic that had destroyed their home and began exiling any mage who dabbled with it or followed Zaxos' teachings. Zana, a good friend and old mage comrade of Brahma's, couldn't stand Brahma's strict edicts against magical experimentation. She left the city, traveling south. In her travels, Zana discovered that the people of Gravehold were not the only ones left in the world, as they had always assumed. The village of Azer was just one of several small communities spread out across the surface of their world. From the Azerians, Zana learned the art of glyph magic that can be used to influence and control Nameless themselves. She used this magic to try and attack New Gravehold with a Nameless called Necroswarm. She only made it as far as New Gravehold's southern outpost before Necroswarm was defeated. It's like, man, all that effort. It's like, I didn't even get to the city. And the news that there was a traitor mage trying to overthrow Brahma spread like wildfire. Her identity, however, was largely unknown. Zana herself returned to the village of Azer and was joined by her son, Takrin, who had put together what had happened and wanted to hear her side of the story. Their group, this part is, I think, Outcast or Outpost or whatever it's called.
Gotcha.
Their group was then approached by Zaxos, who had been living in the void ever since his own disgraceful exile from New Gravehold. He had developed a way to travel safely through the void without incurring the dangerous mind-altering effects of its atmosphere, and he asked Zana and her party to come with him into the void. His hidden goal was to defeat a Nameless which could collect the life essence of mages who died in battle and reconstitute them as monsters. Upon defeating this Nameless, the Fountain of Souls, Zana and Zaxos parted ways. Zaxos took the previously deceased mages, Desmodia, Arachnos, and Thraxier, who had been partially turned into Nameless by the Fountain of Souls, while Zana left the void with her son and their friends. They returned to New Gravehold, intent on convincing Brahma to open up her mind to learning about the void. There you go. Alright. More reading! Why didn't they develop an app?
Yeah.
Where's a foreteller? The Hall of Elders is nearly empty this time of day, the sun slipping low enough to cast long beams of sunlight across the wooden floors. Brahma sits alone at her desk, finishing reading over a proposal to begin the training of the next generation of mages. Thinking of the young mages makes Brahma think of Desmodia, taken from Gravehold all too soon by her own heroic sacrifice in the battle against Maelstrom. Brahma lets the papers go lax in her grip as she thinks of the horrific events leading up to the Fall. She considered Zaxos a trusted ally and a close personal friend, but this foolish experimentation with void magic had nearly cost them everything. Brahma has had to bury too many children. She can't let it happen again. It had been more than a month since she learned that there was a traitor amongst the Council of Elders. Every member of the council was someone Brahma had trained alongside or mentored personally, and before now she would have said she trusted them each with her life. But one of them had turned on their brethren and led Necroswarm to attack the southern outpost. Brahma didn't want to believe it, but she was too old to wallow in hopeful delusion. She trusted Zaxos too, and look where that had gotten her. No more trust. The door to the hall swings open and Brahma rises from her desk in shock as Zana strolls boldly inside. Brahma can barely make out the faces of her companions where they stand, silhouetted dark against the sun, because we're not made yet. We're like the new unlockable character. Who could that be? Let's see. The rest stay at the doorway while Zana approaches. Brahma retrieves her staff from where it sits, leaning against her desk, and goes to meet her halfway. Zana, Brahma begins, her voice betraying nothing. No one has seen you for over a month. Where have you been that was more important than protecting your home? New Gravehold is not my home. Our home was lost decades ago beneath the crumbling earth. Zana rests a hand casually on one of her dual blades, and Brahma is too wise not to consider it a threat. Are you aware that there is a traitor to New Gravehold? Zana stiffens at Brahma's words. I am. Are you aware that you went missing just before that traitor mage was spotted? I'm aware of that as well. Brahma leans heavily against her staff. Sometimes her many years feel too heavy a burden to bear. So, you're not going to defend yourself? I didn't come here to defend myself. I came here to explain. Now you sound like Zaxos. Can we just kill Brahma? Like, she's clearly, mentally unstable. Brahma shakes her head, disappointed. Do you think you can justify the lives you took? Zana glares at Brahma, refusing to back down. I'd rather be with Zaxos than with you. At least he's attempting to change things for the better. You were with Zaxos? Brahma raises her eyebrows. Briefly, recently, he took me into his bedchamber. He took me into the void. Zana sweeps an arm behind her, encompassing the mages standing at the door. He brought all of us, and now I've come here to share what I've learned with you. Brahma, we can't ignore the void, or the power there. It is drawing energy from our world, whether we like it or not. I don't know what the answer to humanity's salvation is, but I do know we're more likely to find it if we're not cutting ourselves off from half the resources of our world. The void is what caused all of this in the first place. Brahma strikes her staff on the ground once, the sound ricocheting through the empty chamber. You meddle with dark forces you do not understand. You're putting everyone around you at risk, people I've sworn to protect. Maybe you can accept the people of Southpost as acceptable losses for progress, but I cannot. What happened at the outpost was a tragedy, Brahma. It wasn't my intention to. If the world ran on good intentions, we would still have Gravehold. Brahma turns away from Zana, walking back towards her desk. You've betrayed me and your fellow mages. You are no longer welcome in New Gravehold. You can't just... Zana trails off. You can't just exile anyone who dares to disagree with you. What about the Council? The Council already ruled that anyone associated with Zaxos presents a real and present danger to the United States and should be removed. Be grateful that I am not yet hunting you down for your transgressions. I refuse to allow a threat to New Gravehold to persist. Brahma turns her head, glancing at Zana from the corner of her eyes. You can leave your own violation, or I can summon your fellow mages to have you removed. Zana's eyes burn with rage. This isn't over, she snaps before turning around to storm out of the Hall of Elders. Alright! So Brahma's insane. She's clearly number 18 boss. So we go and open the Gravehold book and begin reading. If we want to start on Gravehold, which I believe we are.
Yeah, let's...
Page 1. Okay.
More reading!
More reading! Yay! Really, Kadir? You're an adult. Can you try and have a bit of decorum? Malistar takes his wife by the shoulder and pulls her back away from the jewelry display she is rooting energetically through. Kadir grins. Don't you just find it fascinating how Aether can come together in so many unique shapes and forms, contain immense power, and also be so incredibly shiny? Malistar looks over at Kadir, exhausted. You are why our daughter is so gem-crazy. Kadir snickers. Oh, come on. Your daughter's an idiot. It's taken long enough to get the markets up and running here. We might as well enjoy them. I've missed the dirt market so much, I'm owed a little bit of overindulgence. Fine, Malistar says with a long-suffering sigh. Besides, Kadir teases, you're the gem-crazy one here. That is entirely on you. My work with gems is purely professional, Malistar huffs, crossing his arms. Mm-hmm. And I've never caught you cooing over them in your workshop, putting them in between your butt cheeks. Malistar's cheeks redden, see? And he scowls, giving them little voices. Kadir continues mockingly. All right, I give in. I'm a little invested in my gems. Malistar wraps an arm around his wife and pulls her into his chest. Okay, pressing a kiss. And I'm not single. Presenting a kiss to the side of her S. To her head. You win. Ah, Kadir, Malistar. Did you come to see the new market too? Malistar and Cater look forward to see Gygar standing beside the gigantic metal form of his friend, Lost. We did, Malistar replies. Good to see you both return safe from your trip to the ruins of Gravehold. The excavation process is really coming along, Gygar says, his eyes sparkling. Your daughter is a wonder with a pickaxe. He licks his lips energetically. I expect we'll be heading back to rejoin her and Nook out there in a few days. Portal, says Lost, his voice creaking from beneath the suit of armor encasing his form. Gygar looks up in confusion. What was that, Lost? Portal! Lost repeats more emphatically. Cater looks past him and sees a thin purple line cracking down through the open air in the middle of the portal. In the middle of the market. Portal! Everybody run! The merchants and market goers start to run as Malistar and Cater shoulder their way forward, weapons drawn to face whatever monstrosity is about to come out of the breach. The terror widens until it is a vivid purple swirl and a figure steps out from it. Human shape but obscured by his massive dick. But obscured by draping robes. Could you imagine like an Aeons kind of thing, but it's like KDM art, so everything is nasty and grotesque. Massive tits and cocks. Is that Zaxos? Gygar turns to Cater, mouth gaping. I've heard all kinds of fascinating tales about Zaxos walking out of void breaches. Is that him? It doesn't look like him, Cater says slowly. Oh no, certainly not, the figure says, and the voice that comes out is unmistakably female. But I must admit, he wasn't entirely wrong on the... he was entirely on the wrong track. He simply lacked the proper intentions. The creatures of the void are so powerful, so useful. We will show you exactly how dangerous they are capable of becoming. We? Malistar glances around the deserted square. From behind the woman, liquid purple creatures ooze out of the portal. The children of the void are each unique. You have lived alongside them for centuries, and yet you never even bothered to learn their names. The woman lifts a large black book, the leather cover deeply embossed with glittering silver runes. I, however, know all their names, and can summon them at will for a booty call. And I know how to harness them. Okay! Open envelope 11!
I'm curious where D'Anthony and all those guys are.
They were killed.
What was your character's name? I had
Deshaun?
Deshaun at D'Anthony.
Yeah.
Deshaun, yeah.
They were executed immediately. Okay. So, we have Lost, Malistar, Gygar. Okay, there was a female. That's my bad. Yep. These are your mages for this game. Open deck GH1. I don't even know where to begin. There's so many decks here. Like GH1A. So maybe this one? Nope. GH1C. GH1B. Aha! Oh, come on. Okay. This is your starting supply. I wanna know what love is.
That one sounds like something that would be up your alley.
Really? Gygar is a useless human being.
Yeah,
Oh, thanks, man.
His ability is.
Oh, that is true. I do like the quick. But I like Lost's design.
Yeah, I was looking at him too with the
Deal damage equal to the number of spells in your discard pile.
Yes, I mean it's
really good. You know what? I will go with Gygar. I like his design too.
well. There must be an interesting, which we'll get to this, but must be an inventions deck somewhere because Malistar draw a card from the top or bottom of the inventions deck and place it in an ally's hand.
He might have his own invention deck. That'd be cool.
So he must have, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'll go with old Gygar. Getting all these set up. So this is our supply. Electrum Rod. Aw, cute Chaos Charm. Yeah, so we have that. Okay, so here's some of the spells. We got Grass Blade. Nice. You may destroy this from your hand during any ally's main phase. If you do, draw a card. And then cast is 2 damage. And then we got, so this is new where you can boost. Oh no, the red is overheat, so you fill that in. Overheat's bad, but there's some cards that we can boost.
No, each time you use it, it fills in?
There are certain conditions.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Reveal the top card of the Nemesis deck. If it is an attack or power, overheat this card.
Okay, gotcha.
And then we got Cascade. Deal 3 damage. You may return a card that costs 4 either or less from your discard pile to your hand. Who'd you pick? Lost?
I think so. I was waiting to see if there was any, like,
Yeah.
treasure stuff.
Yeah, there might be. Ooh, this one's dope. A Rainbow Surge. This is his thing. At least it's him on it. Deal 5 damage. If this causes a minion to be discarded, boost this, and you gain 1 life for each boost mark on it.
Cool.
That's pretty sweet. Okay, so we did that, and then we opened deck 1B, which is right here. Yeah, it's like almost at this point, like, any campaign game just needs foreteller.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I don't mind reading, I like it, but I can definitely tell it's not fun for everyone else to sit there. Okay. These are the starter cards and turn order cards for your mages along with player aids. Okay. So I have... Oh, might be on the back. Yes, okay. So starting hand, 3 crystals. Who do I... 1 bide, 1 spark, so that's my starting hand, and then 3 crystals and 2 sparks.
I'm just gonna go with him. He looks too cool to not use.
So back of your card, what's your starting hand?
Starting hand is 3 crystals, 1 molten forge, and 1 spark.
Okay. 3 crystals,
Yeah.
1 molten forge, 1 spark. There you go. And then I'm assuming 3 crystals, bronze ingot, and 2 sparks.
I get 2 crystals, a bronze ingot, and 2 sparks.
Okay. Yep. So there's that. And then these are for the other characters. He does have an invention deck there in his
Okay. I didn't.
So we'll set
Bronze
those.
ingot, 2 sparks.
All right, and then player aids. Yay! I mean, there you go. You just want to have them. All right, and then it was 2 Nemesis, player 1, player 2, and then it's don't remember what the actual player aid thing was for in a 2-player game.
Are we gonna read our
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what I figured. I just
Yeah, so sound out the words so you can read it. That's card anatomy. I just need to know how many for a 2-player game. That's the Nemesis deck construction, which I don't need. Nemesis setup, supply setup. Okay, setup. There it is. 2 players, 2 turn order cards for each player. Easy enough.
my guy starts with 2 open breaches already.
I'm kidding.
Maybe because he's on fire all the time.
No, I think he's I think from Outcast.
Oh,
And
okay.
I think he's like he's a animated piece of armor.
Sweet.
All right. So, open. These are starter cards in turn for your mages along with player aids. Yes. Okay. So, I got. What's your complexity rating?
Oh, I didn't even look at the complexity rating.
It's up at the top. 3. Okay, I'm 4.
Okay.
All right. So, Gygos. No, Gygar. Treasure Hunter. At the end of your casting phase, place a storm... Oh, for additional rules. I do have additional rules. Neat. Sometimes I forget that the entire leadership of New Gravehold is made up of senior mages, because they never seem to do anything but talk. The debates these people wrap themselves up in. What kind of magic should be allowed? Who should get to live here? What is an appropriate punishment for dabbling in the void? All discussion and never any action. It took me months to even obtain permission for my exploratory missions into the sunken ruins of Old Gravehold. In the time it took for them to sign off on my mission, I could have traveled there and been 100 leagues deep 10 times over. Who knows what important mysteries I could have uncovered. I've never had much patience for people who can't appreciate the importance of history. Why bother debating questions when we could simply seek the answers buried beneath our feet? Let the elders squabble over how best to protect our city. I have everything I need waiting in the unexplored crevices of the depths. Alright, so I've contained Burst, cast 2 of my prep spells without discarding them. But apparently, at the end of my casting phase, I place a storm token on each of my prep spells. When the spell is cast, it deals +1 damage for each storm token on it. When a spell with storm tokens on it is discarded, discard the storm tokens on it. Alright, so I can just build them up and just...
Interesting.
Ah!
Interesting.
It is interesting.
Alright, well, I have lost the Forgotten Forge. His big ability is Encase in Steel. That says deal damage equal to the number of spells in your discard pile. So I'm going to be trying to get a lot of spells.
Yeah.
And then my whole thing back here on the back is actually you talking.
Is it really?
Yeah, because I don't know if I talk.
Okay.
Because it says at the very bottom, it says Gygar Treasure Hunters, who's saying all this.
Oh, that's funny.
It says, I was a bit hesitant bringing Lost on my expedition beneath the waters that have flooded the ruins of old Gravehold, considering the fact that he seems to be made of fire. But Lost was very insistent on going. I suppose when you've got nothing else, there's no reason not to risk it all on gaining a little something back. Either way, the enchantment held, and the heart of fire which is bound in his armor didn't even flicker when submerged completely. We found all kinds of treasures down there. It seems there's more to discover every time I delve, as well as a few surviving mages living in the air pockets of the tunnels, fending off the aquatic
We just
Nameless,
fucking we didn't even check.
who had taken over the ruins of our old home. A helpful reminder, perhaps, that Lost is far from the strangest thing to find in this world of ours. At the very back of one of the tunnels, we found a doorway that I could barely make out beyond the rock slide pinning it closed. I thought it'd be too big of a project to dig out, but Lost refused to move from the spot. He just kept slamming his hammer against the rocks again and again like a man possessed. So there was nothing to do but assist him. Inside the door was a small blacksmith's workshop, a dozen scattered journals, and an old reclining corpse, bones turning yellow in the light of Lost's glow. I left him alone then to gather what he wanted from the room. I have my theories, of course, of what we discovered there, but every man deserves his privacy. In truth, this isn't my story to tell.
Aw,
Interesting.
cute. Okay, so then open. So we got that. Then open envelope 1. Cool. The Bishop of Scrolls.
It's just a bishop. Just kill him.
Cool. There's that. There's the Bishop of Scrolls. Okay. 50 health.
It's funny how it's always the first, because like in the other legacy, you know, Maelstrom was a fought, and that's who the
Oh, yeah.
was, and this is who's
Yeah.
on the front of this. So 50 health.
Yep.
Okay.
Shall I tell you a story? Once upon a time, a group of people built a city under the ground because the surface was frightful and full of terrifying monsters. They thought that sturdy stone walls would keep them safe. The monsters came down into the tunnels to chase them, but the people felt safe and secure behind their walls. They trained scouts to go out into the tunnels to keep an eye out for monsters, and they trained mages to go out in groups and beat them back before anyone got hurt. They even sent mages into the void itself to push the Nameless away from the city so that all the people could live safe, happy, monster-free lives. But then, the discontent began to rumble. Everyone in the city had so much time on their hands they began to try new things. Some of them tried to go back to the surface. Some of them wanted to use the power of the void. And the people experimented so much that they brought the biggest, most terrifying monster of all right down into Gravehold itself. The walls tumbled, the caves crumbled, the people faced the proper fear of monsters for the first time in 100 years. But well, that's a story for another time. Alright.
I didn't notice my dude has like this little like rat on his shoulder with like purple spines. And
Oh,
purple
this thing?
horns. Yeah.
Neat. Okay, so then BS. Do not shuffle the deck. Set aside the top 9 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And these cards are the unnamed deck. So right there. Okay, so these cards are the remaining cards are the Nemesis deck. If you are playing with 1, 2, or 3, discard the top 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll just discard those. Then defend New Gravehold from the Bishop of Scrolls. Guessing, yeah, okay. Nemesis deck. So, setup. Place the unnamed deck face down next to it. Place any unnamed into play and resolve it immediately. Okay. Place an unnamed into play and resolve it immediately. Okay. Minion, unnamed. Immediately choose a 5-letter name and write it here.
Penis.
If we're getting to name you. Place in a 2-player game. Place a. Oh yeah, I guess okay. So I guess this is setup. It doesn't say to not do setup. So, we should give these names. Give these people like the most basic names. Like what's a person's like Steve?
Steve. Yeah, that's 5 letters.
All right. Whoop. I'll just do all caps. Because we have all these weird fantasy names. Hey, that was easy to write on. Okay, so choose a 5-letter name and write it here. Open deck E and read card L2. Deck E. There's just so many cards. All right, deck E. And read card L2 EO2 out loud. All right, write the name you chose for card L2 BS41 on card L2 EO3. Okay. If that name starts with a vowel, cross out the persistent effect on, otherwise cross out the second persistent effect. Then place that card under the Bishop of Scrolls Nemesis mat. Banish card L2 BS41. Okay, so I wrote on that just to banish it.
Probably just to prove. You
Yeah.
know, like you could.
Actually, maybe if it's kind of one of those where, in case you mess up.
Yeah.
So
we have to cross out the second one, right?
Yes. Stoive. So yes, because it says if that name starts out with a vowel, cross out the first persistent. So otherwise, cross out the second persistent.
Second one's gone.
Interesting. Okay. Then place that card under the Bishop of Scrolls Nemesis mat. Whop! And then, there we go. Then, that's that. So then, still set up, we place another unnamed into play. Okay, immediately, if there are no name below, choose a 6-letter name.
Randy's 5.
Let's see.
Here you go.
Do you have an E in your name? Is it Ley? Damn.
I mean, you don't have to.
Yeah.
There's some that don't have an E.
We could do...
How about, like...
with Sharon. SHARON.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 5. Or
6.
SHA. Oh, yeah, that's 6.
Yeah, I was
Yep,
like,
yep.
am I wrong? Okay. Then we read L2EO4.
Do the same thing.
Yep. Write the name you chose for this one. Write the number of vowels in that name and the blank and the persistent to a minimum of 1. Subtract the number you wrote in that blank from 14. Write that number in the life section.
So it's going to be... There's 2 vowels.
Yeah, so it's going to be 12. 12 health. So Sharon. SHARON. Okay. So it's what was it? I write the number of vowels in that. Okay, so it's gonna do 2 damage to Gravehold, and it has 12 health.
Okay.
That's not the. It's a pretty hardy. Oh, that's a level 2 card. Okay, I'm like that's pretty hardy, freaking. Then that's banished. All right. And a 1, 2, or 3-player game. Place a 3rd unnamed into play.
7 letters?
Nope, 5 letters.
Randy.
All right, we
I
got
like Randy.
Randy. The bishop's like, no, wait, what are you doing? They're supposed to have cool names. And it's like, nah, you got Steve, Sharon, and Randy.
Let's see.
Oh, okay. Write the name you chose for that, and here, if the name contains the following of any letters, damn it, Q, X, Y, or Z, write Gravehold in the blank. Fine!
So it doesn't have any of those, right?
Yeah, Randy.
What letters was it?
Y.
Oh, Y. Sorry.
It's worth it. Randy. And then, yep, so Gravehold. So Gravehold will suffer 2 damage. I'm going to suffer 2 damage if we don't get to play soon. No, this is...
It's interesting how they're doing the setup of these minions on this, just because...
Right. Okay.
It's going to be personal.
That is true. Yeah, so... Yeah, all metamorphosis. Then place the card under banish. Okay. Alright. Okay, additional... So, unleashed. When he unleashes, draw a card from the unnamed deck and place into play. When unnamed is placed into play, do not resolve its persistent effect during the Nemesis main phase this turn. When an unnamed is discarded, place it in the unnamed discard pile. When the unnamed deck is empty and an unnamed would be drawn, shuffle the unnamed discard pile to form a new unnamed deck. If there are no cards in the unnamed deck or discard pile when an unnamed would be drawn, resolve the persistent effect. If there are ever no unnamed cards in the play, no cards in the unnamed discard, and no cards in the unnamed deck, the players lose. At the end of the game, if there are 8 or more cards under this mat, randomly banish cards until there are 7 cards remaining. At the end of the game, if there are fewer than 5 cards under this mat, resolve the persistent effect of the unnamed with the most letters in its name until there are 5 cards under this mat. At the end of the game, once there are 5 to 7 cards under this mat, place all the cards under this mat into envelope 15 and reseal the envelope. Okay, so a lot of end of game stuff.
So as we beat them, they go on. Is that?
No, the ones that we beat go into a discard pile.
Okay, so I'm assuming there's gonna be cards in that
that put them underneath. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. These are her precious children. Steve, Sharon, and Randy. All right, are we ready to finally get started?
Yes, I'm looking at some of these spells.
Good, because you're going first.
Oh,
Here, just take this, just so we know you're number 2, and you'll always be number 2. Also, health might be important. 2, 3, 4, 5. Whop! Sorry, that was annoying. 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. So, I have bide while prepped once per turn during my main phase. I may gain 1 Aether. That's nice.
I'm just looking at these, because since I'm going to bind spells, I want to see what we have out there.
And then we have the Scrying Sugalite. Gain 2 Aether. You may reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a spell, you gain an additional Aether. That'd be pretty good for you if you're going to be buying a bunch of spells.
What was that?
This one? Yeah, you gain 2, and if you reveal the top card of your deck and it's a spell, you gain an Aether. Cobalt Clump, gain 2. The next time you gain a card that costs 5 or more this turn, you silence a minion. And then Aether Dust, which is Aeons and Cocaine. Gain 2 Aether. Each ally gains an Aether token.
Yes, and that's just, that works. Alright, so I'm just going to throw out Molten Forge and a Spark.
Okay.
Molten Forge has either or. It's a deal 1 damage.
Okay.
Or gain 2 Ether that can only be used to gain spells.
Okay, nice.
So, and then I have 3 Aethers. So I think I'm going to use the 3 Aether.
The relics we have: Electrum Rod. Any player, which is a dildo. Any player may focus one of their breaches. If that player has a prep spell that costs 5 or more, gain a charge. And then Chaos Charm. 2 different players may destroy a card in hand. You may destroy this. If you do, remove a fire token from your location on the map.
Interesting. All right, well, I'm going to use these 3, and I'm going to buy one of those purple.
This one?
Yeah, just to kind of get.
Remember that goes first.
Yes, yes. And then that's it.
Cool. My turn. All right. I might go. Do I want to go a little? I think I might go a little slow. I think I'm gonna play 2 crystals to focus my second breach to then prep a spell onto it. And I'll prep my spark. So my bide, while prepped once per turn during my main phase, I may gain an Aether, and I can cast it. So I might just hold on to that. And then I just have the 1. So boop, I will draw up. Nemesis. Nothing right now. Impending Immolation. To discard, spend 6. And then power 2, Unleash. Gravehold suffers 3 damage. Add a fire token to your location on the map.
So we're at New Gravehold.
We would be at New Gravehold.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then me. You know what? Let's spark his ass. Hit him for 1. And then I will use... I'm not going to cast my bide. I'll hold on to it and gain 1 Aether. So I have a total of 4 Aether. Let's see. Fractured Lightning, huh? Just 5 damage. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Fractured Lightning. I'll risk big, win big. So that'll be the 4 that I got. So this one is, it deals 5 damage, which is pretty good, but I reveal the top card. If it's a power or an attack, I overheat it, and once it's fully overheated, I destroy it, and the Nameless unleashes.
And it kind of has a secondary little ability because you can see what's coming.
It's true.
You know, I mean, even though it's so you'll.
That is
plan.
very, very true, Daddy-o. Okay. And your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to. Now, what was that? What do we need to get rid of that?
6.
6 Aether?
6 Aether.
Okay, well, I'm going to fire off on 1 for him.
Aha, take that. Yeah. Didn't expect this kind of resistance from a Gravehold.
Instead of doing damage, the 1 damage, I'm going to use to get the 2 Aether that can only be used for spells.
Okay.
So I have 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 to buy. And what does this do?
Cascade.
Cascade. Cast. Deal 3 damage. You may return a card that costs 4 Aether or less from your discard pile to your hand. Interesting.
Pretty good.
I'm going to go ahead and get that.
Okay.
So those went off. That goes there. And these go like that.
Okay, Nemesis turn. That goes away. Dire Proclamation. Power 2. Gravehold suffers 3 damage. If there are 2 or less unnamed in play, unleash twice. Otherwise, resolve the persistent effects of 2 unnamed in play twice. I don't want to. Yep, okay. So that was that. That was a pretty good balanced opening turn. I feel good. Like, you know, you went and it went and you and I went and then it went last, and you know, I feel worse about that than me. What do I have? I have 4 again. Let's ping it for 1 damage again. And I only have 4. But I could just do 3, but I could get Cobalt Clump. Next time you gain a card that costs 5 or more, that's kind of rough.
Does that thing give you anything?
It gives me an Aether.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
You know what? Once again, go big or go home. I'm gonna spend 4. I'm gonna get another Fractured. This is a free 5 damage, pretty much.
Yeah.
So that will be the 4 from Bide. I will prep another Spark. And whoop. Alright, its turn. Alright, so this is going off. So Unleash. Gravehold suffers 3 damage. No! We're at 27. And then we add a fire token to Gravehold. So Unleash. Put an unnamed into play. Okay. So if there is no name below, immediately choose a 4-letter name and write it here. No persistent effect yet, though.
4-letter name?
Yeah, Seth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
that's like one of the sexiest names out there. If it starts with an S, you guys immediately lose. Aww. Okay, so then that just goes away. We don't resolve the persistent effects. And then we got a Fevered Scribe. Okay, now we got some minions to fuck up.
I won't look at this while you're reading that.
Yeah, you're fine. Unleash. This minion suffers damage equal to the number of players in game. Okay, well. Unleash. Draw a card from the unnamed deck. Alright, we need to choose a 5-letter name for this guy.
5-letter.
5-letter name. Let's see.
Frank. Or you could go female. And
Yeah, I was trying to go back and forth for some
like
reason.
Jenny.
Jenny, there we go. Jenny. Next 6-letter name has to be Forest. No, that'd be 7.
Yes. Unless you just put 1 R.
True. Alright, Jenny. So we got...
That thing's gonna fire off. It's gonna hurt us.
Yeah, but it does take 2 damage from... Where'd that card go? The one that I just used to summon him. Oh, no, it was this guy. I was like, where is that? This minion suffers damage equal to the number of players in the game, and then persistent. Any player suffers 1 damage. Resolve the persistent effect of an unnamed and play twice. So we gotta kill these unnamed. For making us feel bad that we don't know their names. Oh my god, you know what I forgot? During the casting phase.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That really could be on here. At the end of my casting phase, places on each of my prep spells. So actually, I've been cast. So actually, I should have 2. There we go. All right, I don't feel as bad. Luckily, I didn't have to retcon a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, my turn.
Gonna ping that one minion.
Yeah, definitely gonna spark this guy or the Jenny.
Jenny's
Jenny.
gone.
So she goes into a discard pile.
Yeah.
And you know what? I will cast my Bide to hit Seth for 3. Yeah.
Bitch.
You have the dumbest fucking name ever. It's in the Bible. Barely. That's okay, because now, you know what I got? Well, I'm going to spend 2 crystals to open up my second breach. Fractured Lightning! Which won't get cast for a while. And it says at the end of my casting phase. Okay, so pretty much after I do anything. Yeah. Okay, you ready for your turn? Boom.
Alright.
People are going to think I stacked the deck. It's like, no, the odds were in our favor.
That has 6 damage. You're going to be able to do 5 to it.
Or to the bishop, whichever I feel like doing. But, yeah, probably him. I'd be able to do 6 total.
Oh, you'll be able to... Okay, well, so I'll just use these on him then. These 2.
Okay.
Just to knock him down to 45.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is just happening.
Yeah. That's what I was looking at, to see if there was a way to get rid of it, but there's not, so... Alright, I will put...
But luckily, there are no, if there are 2 Graveholds, if there are
You'll
2...
unleash twice if it's not. So it's 2 things are going to happen regardless.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to play... I have 3 crystals, and I have my Scrying Sugalite. It says you may reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a spell, gain an additional one. So, spell.
Yay!
So I actually have, this is 3, 4, 5, I have 6 to buy.
Nice. So Relic do again, 2 different players. Oh, we can destroy a card. Eh.
This one gets rid of fire.
Oh, that's right. That's what it did.
I have 6. I need to keep buying spells though, because that's where everything's around.
You can get Fractured Lightning, or you can get 3 Grass Blades.
You may destroy this from your hand. So I think I'm going to do 1 of each of these. That's my 6.
Okay.
So I'll go buy, make that.
Okay. Well, Dire Proclamation. So Gravehold suffers 3 damage. I'm not going us down to 24. There are 2 or less unnamed in play. Unleash twice. All right. Okay.
Is it unleashed twice?
Yeah. Draw a card from the unnamed deck.
Oh, unnamed. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so yep, we got this guy. Once again, a 5-letter name.
Um.
I'm trying to think of like people that I know. We can do Frank for this one.
Yeah.
A-N-K.
We gotta do. If there's another 4-letter one, you could do me, or you could do like Chad.
That's true. Well, let's see, because this one's coming out. It's another 5-letter name.
For fuck's sakes. How about
Why are 5-letter names like hard all of a sudden?
Robin?
We can do Kevin.
Kevin, yes.
For
We'll do Kevin, yes.
That's a douchey kind of name.
So when this deck goes away, we lose? Is that
No.
Okay, I thought that's what you read when you were reading the setup. I was like, it was only...
No, it's if there are no unnamed cards in play, none in the discard pile, and no cards in the unnamed deck, we lose.
Okay.
So, like, I imagine she's like summoning people, and we're like, Steve, Carly, like, hey, it's been so long. Yes, I know we left you to die in Gravehold, but no hard feelings, right? All right, so that's Dire Proclamation. Then any player suffers 1 damage. Resolve the persistent effect of an unnamed in play twice. I'll just take the damage. Okay, persistent effect of. Do we want to do it for Kevin or Frank?
I don't care. What is the ability?
Okay, immediate. If there is no name below, choose a 5-letter name and write it here. Okay. Persistent. Write the next letter in the name you chose. For this card. Oh. That makes sense. Whoops. Already fucked up. So that makes sense. Whoops. Okay. That's funny. So if I knew how to read, so there's letters, or like that's what their names are supposed to be down here, and then whenever they persist, their names are you're supposed to fill out their name, and once it's complete, then you read those cards.
Ew. Gotcha.
So I like super rushed a bunch of stuff. I don't know how to rank on that, so we'll just yeah, I mean, we're probably already shooting ourselves in the foot by having stuff under there already. So, that's the punishment for not reading. Okay, and then draw a card. Consume, unleash. God damn. 4-letter name. Hey, alright, this is you.
Yeah, do me. Yeah.
Alright, so Brad. Okay. Any player suffers 2 damage and discards a card in hand.
I can. You want me to do the 2 damage this time?
It depends. If the card that's in your hand costs 2 or less, you add a fire token to our location. Do you have a card that's higher than 2 or less in your hand?
But I don't want to discard it.
Alright, then I'll do it.
Because it's...
Alright, then I'll take 2 damage and I'll discard my Fractured Lightning. To prevent new Gravehold but catching on fire. Okay! Your turn.
Alright, so I'm going to do... Oh my god, there's a lot of stuff out there now.
Yes, there is. It unleashed a shit ton.
I'm only doing 1 damage.
Yeah, and this guy has a shield. This guy has a shield.
6.
Okay.
6.
No, I don't feel good about that. I will cut it. Now I feel better.
I'll just hit myself for 1.
Oh. Hit old Brad.
And then I'm going to put Cascade up and Molten Forge.
Yeah, hopefully I get to go before he does, because then I can just...
How many spells do I have in my discard pile?
I mean, I guess it would be the hardest to actually retcon this.
Oh, I do have 5. My bronze ingot actually becomes more valuable because I have 5 spells in my discard.
You know what? Actually, here.
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
I'm like, I can
your thing
probably
while I'm
kind of...
figuring it out.
Oh, wait, so this one was immediate. So we did that. So that one actually doesn't have a persistence. So actually, the one that's named Steve, that one is legitimate. But Randy and Sharon are not. However, Randy, I'll just do 2 letters each. Sharon. Okay, and then we'll just put those in the discard pile over there, and I'll just kind of take these out. But Steve does belong in there because he didn't have a persistent effect.
So I have another 5 to buy. I'm gonna do
Another cascade.
So there's that, and that is.
That's your turn.
That's it.
My turn. All right, thank God. Okay, so Fractured Lightning and Spark reveal the top card if it's an attack or power. It's a minion, so I do not actually. Oh damn, this one sucks. It just adds fire to our map, but it is relatively weak. But I do not overheat. I'm gonna kill this fucker, so he can just quit unleashing our named people. And then I don't have a whole lot, so I'll just do a spark, and I have 3, so any player may focus one of their breaches. Let's get that. Yeah, since you're buying some 5s and I am and you're getting the most spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, okay, my turn again. Let's spark him. I guess I didn't have to. I could have just held on to it to do more damage later. But prep those. I have 3 again. Let's get me... That's not great. Oh, no, actually, well prepped. So I actually have 4. Let's get me 2 charges. Alright. That was my turn. Your turn.
Okay, so here's a quick question,
So-
clarification. So, if I was to fire off Cascade, that part that says you may return a card from your discard pile, so these fire off before
Yes,
I
yeah.
play, so I
Yeah.
just wouldn't do that ability.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, casting phase happens first.
All right. Let's see here. I need.
Ooh, I have a nasty hand.
I'm gonna fire off these 2 to kill. Which one of those should be killed? That have the shield, because I'm doing 4 damage to it.
This one is the one that's closest to being named, so we can kill Frank or Fur, which is his name right now.
Okay. And then
If you can cast it, or if you can prep a 5-cost spell, then I'd be able to.
I can only prep a 4 cost.
I hate you.
I know. So if I put down Scrying Sugilite, I'm going to look and see. It's a crystal, so I don't get to do the extra. That sucks.
How many spells do you have?
I have 4 in hand, and I was hoping to get 1 more so I could focus and put a third out.
You only have you don't have any. Oh, you have 4 in hand. That sucks.
Yeah. So I'm going to put my Fractured Lightning out. And I'm going to put my...
I'm gonna whoop up on
I'm
him.
going to put Grass Blade out. And then unused sparks.
They don't.
They
just-
stay.
Yep.
They discard or stay in your hand.
Nope.
Stay in your hand.
But I think you can choose to discard at the end of your turn.
Okay. Let's see. I have 2 to buy. Which means I can either... I'll probably just get a charge.
Yeah.
I'm just going to get a...
Sweet. Okay, his turn. So, persistent. Okay, so this guy. Right, the next letter in the name he chose on the name line. That makes sense. Okay, so K. And then this guy. B. Alright. And then, well, bam. Yep, oh yeah, it's the minion. The Coal Whelp. That has 2 shields, and when he, whenever he goes, unleash, add a fire to token. Okay, well, he's going. God damn it. Right. E. Well, I swear I'm gonna end up misnaming or miswriting someone's name in here. I'm gonna get ahead of myself like I already did. R. Okay. Unleash and add a fire token to Gravehold. Okay, so boom, boom, unleash. So now we got another 5-letter name. What is a really derpy name? We can do AA Ron.
Aaron. That's fine. AA Ron.
Yay. Okay. So, unleashed, and then anoint. Okay. Unleash. Where you shuffle that deck. I'm bringing that. Any player suffers 2 damage, and then
I'll take the damage.
resolve the persistent effect of an unnamed in play twice. Yeah, definitely getting these guys named is... Whoop. Okay. I guess we'll just do A and A. Where's he at now? Okay. Well, your turn.
Okay. So, I'll fire off Grass Blade and kill Brad.
Okay.
How many shields are on him? 2?
Yeah.
Okay. So Brad goes away for now.
Yay.
And then I have Fractured Lightning, so I'm going to reveal the top card. If it's an attack or a power.
It's an attack.
So
you
overheat.
Just, yeah, so you'll just fill in one of those circles.
So I'm assuming this isn't going to be used in any of the other deals if we're filling in.
Yeah, because those will go to the bottom of the deck. Like, so if Fractured Lightning comes out,
Right.
then that, like, if that was still around, it would be
Right.
at the bottom.
Okay. Alright, so Fractured. Okay.
Still deal 5.
5 damage. I'm going to get rid of this since there's the shields in the 3.
Okay.
And that goes there.
Yeah.
Alright. Now, I'm going to prep Cascade, Spark.
Sweet. That'll work. That'll work. Hopefully I go next.
And I have 3 to buy.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to start opening up these damn breaches more.
Yeah, focus it.
I'm going to just go ahead and spend 3. And do that.
Thank God. Okay, I wanted to go first. So, we're going to deal a... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll do a damage to AA. Okay. I'm going to play my Electrum Rod. Any player may focus one of their breaches. I'm going to focus mine. Because I'm a prep two fractured lightnings.
Boom, boom.
Oh fuck no! If that player has a spell that costs fire more, I gain a charge. All right, let's. You have a good hand.
It's not bad.
Okay, go ahead and actually cast focus one of yours, and then I'll gain a charge. And then end of my casting phase, that's going to go on there. So then I will do my crystal, and I have 2. I will gain another charge, and yeah, that will be my turn. Okay. Yep. So I mean, luckily these guys just fill out their names. They're learning. Yes, very good. That's an R. Do you remember? It's Aaron.
I do remember reading because people were there's been talk about this first scenario being very tedious.
Wow.
But
could you tell?
Well, but I don't think it's as bad after that. Like other people are like, just go past.
Yeah, this first
so
are constantly having to grab each one and ride on it. Devil's Pact. As long as there are at least 2 options remaining on this card, cross out the option you chose after resolving this. Fun. Gravehold suffers 5 damage, or any player suffers 5 damage, or the players discard the 3 most expensive prep spells, or unleash twice, the players collectively lose 3 charges. I think we should just let Gravehold suffer 5 damage.
Is it immediate right now?
Yeah, it's an attack.
Oh, okay.
So
let's just do Gravehold, I guess.
Okay.
Don't you think?
Yep, and then cross out the option you chose after resolving.
And we've been doing decent with it. I think we're
now
we're gonna start hitting hard here.
Yep. It's like, ooh, just you wait. Just you fuck.
Crap.
Okay. Yeah, it's like weirdly exhausting.
Yeah.
But luckily, none of their names have finished.
So when they named finishes, then they
that's
fire off
whenever
their persistent.
that's when I do their thing. Okay, the Otherling, when this is discarded, banish this. So, yep, he has 10 health, but he's gone twice now. So, your turn.
All right, so I can deal 4 total damage, 3 and 1. And you're going to be doing 5 damage.
I will actually be able to... Yeah.
So I'm going to do... Gosh.
Actually,
I need to be hitting him,
yeah.
but those things need to go away too.
If
so
you want to take care of them, I can attack him.
I'll spend 3 to get rid of...
You can kill Arrow.
Yeah, I'll get rid of Arrow. Arrow.
Arrow.
Alright, so that takes care of him. I can't do his ability because I don't have a discard pile yet.
Yeah.
And then 1 damage. I think I'm going to use that 1 damage to plink. Should I take the shield or should I
Randy's almost
give Randy an
I
extra?
can get rid of the shield.
Yeah, I'm going to get rid of the shield because I have some 3 damage cards. That way
Okay.
I can make it easier to get rid of him. Then I'm going to put down Cascade, Molten Forge, and I don't have, so I have 3 to buy. I'm going to go ahead and just spend that 3 to I still have to spend another 3 to open though, don't I?
You can focus, yeah.
Yeah, so I need to do, I'll just do that just to get it ready because I'm going to have a lot of spells coming down the pipe.
True. Okay, my turn. Let's see. I'm actually going to cast... Yeah, I'm going to cast my Bide and deal 2 damage and kill Rand. So there's that. And then I will spend 2 crystals to charge up. So now... Yeah, very, very long going. I actually now see why he's complex, because it's like I don't necessarily get double the usage. I do cast 2 of my prep spells without discarding them, and that's during my main phase. So
so they'll get to stay there. So you're
I can't cast them to
go 10.
Yeah, but I'll do 10. Then the next turn I can cast them.
Right.
Your turn.
Okay, so I will deal 3 damage to Kevy. Well, I get to use my ability actually as well.
Sweet.
You may return a card that costs 4 ether or less from your discard pile to your hand. So I'm gonna do. Hold on. See how much ether I have here. I only have 2. Okay.
My hand might
So
not great. Okay.
I'm just gonna bring in bronze ingot into my hand. And then I can do 1 damage or gain 2 to gain spells. I'm not going to be using it to do spells this turn, so I'll just do 1 damage. So I'm gonna put 1 damage on that.
On the other ling.
Dumbass, yeah. Now, I got 1, 2. I have 4 spells in my deal, so that won't work as well. But so I have that. So I get to
What was your ability again?
This is deal damage equal to the number of spells in my discard pile. So like I could time it to where if I have all
your
of
whole
them in here
deck
and
is
do
gone.
like 10 damage.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
Try
that's
to-
true.
It's just have to be timed right. Okay, so I get to reveal the top card. It's a damn crystal again, so it's only 2. So I have 2. I can't focus again. Okay, I can. Just there's that. So 3. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up
Nice.
now. And then I'm going to put down Fractured Lightning,
Nice.
Grass Blade,
Nice.
Spark.
And
And then I have another Spark I don't have room for.
Okay.
So I will go
Hot.
there,
Ass.
there.
Okay. Unleash. Any player suffers 1 damage. How much else do you have? Take 1 damage, so we can be even. And we got fur.
Is it 1 damage, you
Yeah.
said?
Yeah, just from the other link. Collapsing Comet. To discard 4 cards in hand. Power 1. Unleash twice. Gravehold suffers 3 damage, and then you banish that. Okay, not the worst. Not the
Discard
worst.
4 cards in hand?
Yeah.
Does that like have to be on your turn?
Yes, I might actually do that. My hand's not super
I was going
great.
to say I would if I need to.
I kind
but
of
don't.
have a burner hand,
Okay.
honestly. But with that, this is actually I see now why he's amazing, because this is on my main phase, so I'm actually going to pass, and then I'm gonna boom contain burst. Lightning! So I'm gonna do 14 damage to him.
Is
Okay.
it 30?
Punk has, yeah, that's just like, oh, sparks. What was that?
Stupid bishop. It's like,
Yeah, he might be I'm guessing he's coming back.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
he'll come back as like a zombie version or some
Yeah.
weird shit.
Yeah, okay. I will, honestly, I think I'd rather hold on to a crystal. So, yeah, I'll discard 4 cards. Boop! Actually, there is no comet. I lightning that as well. That is the end of my turn. 2, 4. Your turn.
Okay. So
I'm almost thinking we should just bum rush his ass now. He's weak.
I need to look at the top card, see if it's a.
Oh yeah.
attacker. Oh,
That
you
actually
were supposed to do that
Yep,
too.
because I still technically
Okay,
cast
so
them.
You can do that first.
So so it's an attack.
So that one gets.
So I think would it be because it doesn't say discard, so that would actually cause both of these to overheat.
Oh, I thought it was per card.
No, because since it's a reveal, it wouldn't be.
Oh, because
it wouldn't be a
the
different
same.
card. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Sure. I'm not gonna fill all those all the way in.
Which means it's gonna be the same for me.
It's gonna be the exact same for you. Yeah.
That's two overheats on mine.
You just don't know how to channel lightning. You're like you're a massive.
I need fire. Where's my fire? All
Well,
right.
technically, lightning.
Yeah, that's true.
is-
Okay, so 5 damage.
Him.
Yeah, I'll go
Fuck him
ahead.
up. Kill him.
Go to 25 on this dude.
I like his design. I actually think it's a really cool. I don't know. I like the concept behind I think it's her, actually.
And then I can do 3 damage here. Should I go ahead and just get rid of Frank?
You can. There's a
shield. There's a shield on him?
Yeah, I just forgot to put that on there.
Never mind. I'll just do 3 more to...
Nice.
To,
the bishop.
Yeah, he's at
her.
22. Is it a her?
It is a her, because it says
looks
in
like
here.
a guy.
Why?
They just look at his hands. His hands look like guy hands.
They have long nails.
So
Um,
vampires.
Yeah, because it says, oh no, certainly not. The figure says in the voice that comes out as unmistakably female.
Oh, okay.
Unmistakably.
All right, so I'll put Cascade back out.
Nice.
I'll put Spark back out, and then I have 3 to purchase. I think I need. What does that thing down there do?
The electric rod?
Yeah, is that
it
the one
lets
that-
you any player may focus a breach if they have a 5 cost either or more. You gain a charge.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna spend 2 to focus.
Nice.
Start getting ready for a big.
You can put your cascade on your level 3, so it does 1 more damage, or spark on a level 3, whichever one.
I wasn't paying attention to that. So I usually expect that to be on the 4th one.
Yeah, these ones definitely.
Okay. And then I just have 1 crystal left over, so.
Okay. My turn. Okay, well, let's go ahead and just do... Well, these are both going to overheat again, but let's do 14 damage.
So he's at 8.
Oh, man. Interesting sheet. Dude, it's 2022. Like, I'm canceled already. Like, like that's just how it goes. You can't ever mistakenly say anything. Alright, and then Spark, Bide, you can focus a breach, and then I can gain a charge. Boop. And then I'll spend these 2 to gain another charge. For no real reason. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And I think... Oh, no, there were 2 cards left.
Alright, so
You're
I
up.
have 5 damage.
Damn it!
So he's down to 3. She's down to 3.
Yeah.
But I also get to use that ability, a card of cost 4 or less.
Nice.
Back into my hand.
Oh, wait, hold on. Do you have enough in your hand to be able to do your ability?
What do you mean?
Because, like, if you
Oh,
can...
this thing?
Yeah, if you
No.
don't take a...
I have... Nope, I have 3. That's all I have.
That sucks.
Why?
Because I was like, if you did, you'd be able to kill her.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm 1 credit shy. Actually, hold on. No, I'm not. Because I can use that 4 or less to pull a crystal back into my hand.
Hot.
Which would be 4
To charge
to
up.
double charge and fire that off to do
How many
1,
spells do you
2, 3 damage.
Actually, it'd be 5, because those would have gone into your discard pile before you did your
Oh, yeah, so
your
5
ability.
damage,
5
so
damage.
it does,
Nice.
Yep. Those cascades are handy if you can.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah, when I first bought it, it was always the card that was up here when I reshuffled, so I
Right.
wasn't able to pull back.
Right. Okay, sweet. If you won your first game, read section 80. Yeah, because we're not punks. Enough! The masked woman grabs the nearest void creature by the vicious scruff of its neck and drags it backwards. Enough, she repeats again, staring down each of the mages. In spite of the fierce battle, she doesn't even appear winded, although it's difficult to tell through the heavy covering obscuring her face. You're stronger than I anticipated, I'll give you that. Clearly, this isn't going to be enough to properly challenge you. It's like, yeah, you brought Steve. Like,
Steve and Frank and Aaron.
Yeah, and Aaron and
Kevin.
Jenny and all. It's like, come on. Who are you? Malister demands, stepping forward. Are you a mage? Are you one of us? One of you? The woman shakes her head and laughs. What a backward question. When I am done, all will be united. With a loud crack, the masked figure snaps her book shut and leaps back into the void portal alongside her menagerie of monsters. Before the mages can react, the rift narrows to a single point and winks out of existence. Record this game on the back of this booklet. Write the number of fires on new Gravehold location, then discard all fire tokens. Okay. I think affiliation is Gravehold, but passage number read at the beginning of a fight. I think that was 1. It just says record this location. How many fire tokens do we have? 2?
2.
Result is a W because we're fucking bomb as hell. Okay, and then read section 74. Ooh. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. Okay. What happened here? What's going on? Cater turns around to see Brahma hurrying up as fast as she can through the marketplace, leaning heavily on her staff. There was a breach, Cater explains. A strange woman came through it, probably another mage gone mad from void power. She appeared human even though she could control Nameless. We managed to fight her off, but she escaped. She said she's gathering more power in order to unite us. Brahma's eyes widen. Zana? Zana is back? She was in the void with Zaxos. She's the traitor mage as well as one of his power-hungry followers. Oh man, Brahma, you are just so delusional. I exiled her only a few hours ago, and now she must be continuing her plan to overthrow New Gravehold. We know she has the ability to control Nameless. She did the same thing when she was attacking our southern outpost, and she's found some new mages somewhere who must be able to do the same. I didn't recognize the people with her. Perhaps she's discovered an entirely new force of recruits, enough to overwhelm our defenses. Why would she do that? Geiger recoils. Send monsters into a crowd of civilians. That's awful. There can only be one explanation. Brahma sets her staff firmly in the ground. This is a declaration of war. War, Cater breathes out, taking Malister's hand. Don't we already have enough troubles without mages fighting mages? Brahma's stern expression softens. I don't like it any more than you do, but I kinda do. But if it is true, we cannot be caught undefended. You four, take what accoutrements for battle you can salvage from the marketplace and go find what mages you can. We need to consolidate our forces here in New Gravehold. Brahma, not coming? Lost asks. New Gravehold needs a leader and a defender if worst comes to worst. Besides, Brahma looks sadly down at her staff. I would only slow you down. You can count on us, Malister steps forward. New Gravehold is our home. We're not going to let it go without a fight. If you're playing with 1 or 2 players, banish all of the Tier 2 basic cards from the Nameless deck. Okie dokie.
So I bet that one, because it said that she's been raising trouble in the Southern Outpost, I bet that's in this book.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like the...
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so basic 2, Bishop of Scrolls. Okay, so it's basic 3. Basic 2. That says upgraded basic 2, so I don't think that's the same. Set aside the remaining upgraded basic 2 tier and tier 3 cards, and all of the basic 1 and 3 tier cards that weren't already banished.
So okay. This is just basic. That one.
Oh, it's a basic 2?
Yeah.
Okay, also banished. And that's the Book of Scrolls.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so set aside the remaining upgraded basic tier 2 and tier 3 cards and all the basic 1 and 3 that weren't already banished. Okay. Open GH1C. It's GH1C. Add all the upgraded basic Nemesis cards to the Nameless cards you have set aside. You will always use as many of the upgraded Nemesis cards as possible when building the Nemesis deck moving forward. Okay. Be sure to follow the rules regarding the end of game on the Nemesis mat and banish the Bishop of Scroll. Oh yeah, that's right. At the end of the game, if there are 8 or more cards under this mat, there are not. At the end of the game, if there are fewer than 5 cards under this mat, resolve the persistent effect of the unnamed with the most letters in its name until there are 5 cards under this mat. Oh, okay. At the end of the game,
how does that make sense?
If there are fewer than 5 cards under this mat, resolve the persistent effect of the unnamed with the most letters in its name. At the end of the game, if there are fewer than 5 cards, so there is. So I think we're supposed to name them. At the end of the game, if there are fewer than 5 cards under this mat, resolve of the unnamed with the most letters in its name until there are 5 cards under it. Yeah, so we're supposed to name them. Okay. Well, we can do, so Sharon, which we already did, so that worked out. Then we'll do Randy. So that's 3. Who else do we want? Who has the most?
Well, they used to have 4, 4, 4.
Well, the most letters would be, okay, so we can do...
Let me look through these.
No, we can just do the ones that are discarded. We can do Kevin and Aaron.
Sure.
Alright. Since they're almost always already filled out anyway. So Kevin and then Aaron. Funny enough, both of those did an ends. Okay, so then we would read. So we'll do Kevin first. Okay, L2E14. Okay. So... okay. So this is write the number of consonants in the name in the shield section to a minimum of 1. That's 3, so it has 3 shields. And then Kevin. Yeah, I'm hoping this pays off. Like all this writing. There's Kevin and then Aaron. And then we banish that card. And then Aaron is L2E18. Okay, so there's that. If the name contains any of the letters in the word unnamed, it does. Because there's an N and an A. Then cross out the first persistent effect. Alright. Boop. This was Aaron. A R O N. Okay, so now there's 5 cards underneath there. And then this is banished as well. So, where's the stupid bishop? Okay. Once there are 5 to 7 cards, place all the cards under this mat into envelope 15 and reseal the envelope. Okay. Let's not look. So, who's going away? Aaron, Kevin, Randy, Sharon, and Steve. Okay. So that is that. So now, what does this say? Be sure to follow rules regarding and end the game, then banish the Bishop of Scrolls Nemesis mat and all remaining Nemesis-specific cards. So, these are all basic. Bishop of Scrolls, Bishop of Scrolls, Bishop of Scrolls, Bishop, Bishop, Bishop. These are upgraded. Bishop, Bishop, Bishop. And yeah, I guess these as well. Yep, if there are 5 or more fire tokens, there are not. If there are 8 or more, okay, and then add any remaining cards from this deck to your Gravehold barracks along with your supply cards from game 1. Guess we have a barracks. Find sticker sheet 1, section 2, and sticker sheet 3, section 1, and the insights folder. Sticker. Your group gains 4 experience per player. If you won this game and there were 2 or fewer fire tokens, we gain 2 additional experience per player. At the beginning of each game, you will be able to spend experience to gain enhancements. Add sticker sheets 1 to your... Okay, do not spend your experience yet. Alright, I think I will call it there for this first episode. We'll do the extra stuff, maybe the experience off camera. Because that's never super fun to watch. Other than that, I hope you're enjoying. Stick around for the rest of the Legacy of Gravehold series. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.